Welcome back. I want to talk about goal assessment and the worthiness of your goals and how you actually ascertain whether they're A, viable for you or how important they are to you on a scale of maybe 1 to 10, just to give it a rating like we like to do anyway. So talk about goal assessment for a moment. The process is fairly simple. One of the things that always amazes me is that when you ask people to do goals, that they can sit there for that long and really not know what they want. So therefore, you know, you've probably heard that want and need are two different things. Sometimes they can be closely related, but not always. So what you want, generally speaking, is maybe not what you need. So therefore, I might need to wear a shirt during the course of the day, but I don't need to wear a really expensive shirt. I can wear a cheaper shirt if I want. But the reality of it is, if I have the choice to wear a more expensive one that makes me feel better, of course that's great. So therefore, that's a sort of a very light example of where I'm going. So when we're talking about goal assessment, the first thing that I look at is, does it feed me? Does it feed my soul? Does it make me feel really good when I think about that goal? And does it give me the tingles on the back of my neck and go, wow, yes, that's what I want and that's where I want to be? Does it do that? The second thing is, number 2, am I capable of doing it? Because there's no point having a goal that's completely right out of your realm. So am I capable? And is it within my capacity to achieve that? So therefore, it may be that you desire to have a new motor vehicle, but if you do, if you want to buy yourself a Bentley and you're on a $20,000 a year income, it's certainly not going to happen. So you need to change what you're doing as far as your job goes to be able to aspire and achieve that goal of getting the Bentley. So it needs to be in your capability area. Now, sometimes if it's outside your capability area, that may entice you to change where you're at, move from where you're at, and develop yourself into another area to get into that position. And that's okay too. That's actually fantastic. So, you know, being capable of achieving your goals is very, very important. The third thing that's important for me is, who do I involve in my goals? Who's involved in it? So therefore, in my business, in my development business and in my training business, say for instance, in my training business, I've got John here behind the camera and I've got Mary. So what we do is we have a plan, we have a marketing plan, and we have a plan for YouTube, etc., and a plan for Instagram and a plan for Facebook. So what we do is we sit down very regularly and we plan where we want to go and what our budgets are. So therefore, John and Mary are very aligned with what I want and need with the training business. But secondly to that, what's also happening too is that their input is as valuable as mine, because they'll look at things from a very different perspective. And because they're integral to my growth, it's important that the three of us have input for growth, and they'll look at, and their perspective, because it'll be different to mine, and because I'm standing in front of the camera and they're behind it, they will see things that I won't see. So it's very important that the communication between the three of us involved in the goal of our training business is communicated well, and everyone's input is put into the pot, into the melting pot, so to speak. So that is a real big priority. Number 4, and not necessarily the last one, but the last one for this video, is this, is aside from feed me, capable, who's involved, the 4th one that is integral to putting all that together is, how much time does it require for me to get to that goal? Now that might not necessarily be broken up into a day, a week or a month, but it can be. But how much time does this one particular goal that I have in mind, how much time will it take? So therefore, with this training business that we're running now, is we've actually allocated a certain amount of time per fortnight that we put into it. So therefore, we stay within that allocated time. Sometimes we're running a little bit early and sometimes a little bit later, but within general parameters, that's the time allocated. And that was like the graph that we showed beforehand about time wastage and time usage, is that part of achieving your goal is making sure that your time is utilised to the best possible extent. Hopefully that'll be of some help to you. Thanks for listening.